Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. And as you can probably see, the garden is not looking its best. It's been probably good nearly 4 weeks since I was out here last. So I was on holiday for a couple of weeks and I've got back and I've been busy at work and other stuff, so I haven't had really a chance to get out here. So the garden has been sort of basically unattended for nearly 4 weeks, and in the middle of the summer weeds have taken hold quite rapidly. So I'll take you a quick tour around each bed, show you what's in there, if I can find what's in there, and show you the general state of the garden. But it is quite a disaster. So in this bed are the brinjals down here. There's a few in amongst the weeds there. So the brinjals are in there. Down amongst this lot down here, there's some peppers in there amongst all the grass. So this needs a thorough weeding. This bed, there's nothing down the right hand side apart from weeds. This right hand side, somewhere amongst this lot, are spring onions. So that needs a good weeding. This is where the potatoes are. So this frame has got to come out because the potatoes have all died off now. Potatoes are still in the ground, but the bed has been consumed by weeds as well. So this frame's got to come out along with all the weeds. This bed is probably one of the better beds. It's got beetroot and carrot in, and because there's quite a lot of beetroot and carrots, the weeds haven't had a chance to really take hold. There's no empty space for them to grow, so that's probably the best bed of the lot. The tomatoes are looking not too bad. I've lost a couple due to blight. There's the space at the bottom, because obviously there's nothing growing at the base, it's just been taken over by weeds. So the whole bed is full of weeds. Tomato plants are doing well. These ones are right at the top there, touching the top of the net. So the ones that are left are doing quite well, and then in the front there, there's these two smaller ones that I planted a while back, which haven't been tied up to the cane, and they're starting to make their way over to the next bed, so they need tying up as well. In here, underneath this shade cloth, is some lettuce and rocket, which has made its way right to the top of this net. So the lettuce has all gone to seed, that's all got to come out. Same with the rocket, that's also shot up against the net, so the net's got to come off, and rocket and the lettuce all got to come out. And the reason I put this net on in the first place was it was so hot that I just gave them a little bit of extra shade to try and stop them from going to seed too quick. But it probably would have worked if I had got to them sooner, but they've gone to seed anyway. The courgettes, well, they've just gone crazy, and I haven't picked any for 4 weeks, so the ones that are left, there's one down there, there's a monster, there's another one over there, there's probably some at the back here as well, haven't we? Another one down there that's grown. Another one over there, they're huge. So these are well past their best, so these are probably also going to come out today. And then sweet corn is all dried up, and it wasn't the best sweet corn. I did take some off the plants, but I think what happened is I planted it way too early in the year, and we had a very hot dry spell where they grew very quickly, and the rains came very late this year. So the ones I did have weren't the best, and I think I did leave them a little too long before I started picking them, so they started to dry out a little bit, so they wasn't the greatest sweet corn. So they've also got to come out. Cucumber at the back there has died a death. It basically got infested with green fly, so that's given up the ghost. All the cucumbers that are on there are starting to rot, and the green beans, there's still a few plants in there that are producing beans. They've also seen better days, so I might pull them out. I'm not sure yet. I might just leave them for a little while longer, see if I can scrape some more beans off of these plants. And the butternut doesn't look too bad. There's a few butternut here, but I mean these are staying for a while yet. Just let them ripen up a bit more, but I don't really think it's going to grow much more. So I'll probably just pull out any weeds that are in this bed, and then leave the rest of it in here until it's all finished. So that's about it for now. Bit of a disaster zone, but I'm going to try and spend the day out here and get in a little more ship shape. So once I've done, if I get a chance, I'll do a quick tour and show you the after what everything looks like. So that's it for now. Speak to you later. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's the end of the day, and as you can see, these beds look a lot tidier than they did this morning. So this is the peppers and the brinjals, the aubergines. You can actually see the plants now. So that one's all done. This one has got the spring onions in. They're looking a little worse for wear because I think the roots got a bit disturbed from me pulling out all the weeds around them. This one had the potato, well, still got the potatoes in, need to dig them up. Taken down the framework, giving that a good weed in. This bed got the carrots and the beetroot. This bed I didn't weed because I was running a bit low on time, but it's not as bad as the rest of the bed, so I'll get to that next weekend. The tomatoes have all been weeded now, so they're all weed free. They can get a bit of sun, a bit of airflow around these things. This bed with the lettuce and the rocket, I've taken the net off, and this is all going to come out, but I didn't do it today because I've got nowhere to put the stuff that I pull out. At the moment my compost bins are full from all the weeds from the other beds. So what I'm going to do is next weekend I'll probably pull all this out. It will give my compost beds a week to go down. Once the stuff starts to decompose, it'll go down quite a bit and leave me space to put this lot. Same with this, these hasn't come out yet because I run out of time and nowhere to put them. Sweet corn's gone and the bed's empty and the weeds are out. The cucumber's still there, same story, that's probably going to come out next weekend. Beans I decided to leave for the minute, there's still a few beans on there that's worth picking. And the butternut squash is still there, just gave that bed a little bit of a weed. So in general it's looking a lot neater than it was. By no means perfect, but at least this half of the garden looks relatively tidy and up to scratch, and hopefully by next weekend that half will also look just as good. So that's it for now. I'll do another video when I get round to tidying up the rest of the garden and show you what the finished product looks like. But there's not much going on at the garden at the moment, just letting things come to an end and start planning for winter. So that's all for now. If you like the video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.